It's what, like, we want it quiet, right? Ha. But yeah, this is probably going to be the last game of the season of the regular season, as we see here. I mean, very close. One thing I did not see, one thing I did not see before is that Ottawa is actually at 500. Um, all these teams are slightly above 500. Um, the Minnesota fall off has to be studied. Um, and the Ottawa Rays um rise. The Ottawa rise need to Ottawa's rise needs to be studied. I mean, they've never been like up here, but they've just been kind of chilling down here. But they're one of those teams where you don't wanna have to face, right? They're one of those teams that, yeah, they're beatable, but it takes effort to beat them. Why are ocean maps so bad?
When you open Google Earth, this map right here shows all parts of the ocean floors that we have mapped out. But wait a minute, when you open Google Earth, you can clearly see a shaded relief map of the entire globe, suggesting we measured all of that. Well, not quite. If you zoom in close, you see stripes that seem to cut through the ocean. These stripes are sections that were actually measured using sonar technology. The rest of the oceans are only mapped in extremely low resolution. State-of-the-art photographic satellites can map areas on Earth with a resolution of 0.3 meters per pixel. We've also mapped other celestial bodies, such as Mars, which we have mapped with a resolution of 6 meters per pixel. For comparison, the ocean maps that cover the entire surface only have a resolution of 5 kilometers per pixel. Getting better data is important for lots of different reasons, such as understanding Earth's climate, improving weather forecasts, tsunami wave predictions, ocean garbage modeling, finding shipwrecks, and countless other reasons why we should aim to fill. This map right here shows all parts of the ocean floors that we have mapped out.
Do you think like all are we thinking that all ships should have sonar just at the bottom of them, so like whenever they get a path, they collect data, right? So like if we're around the globe, right, it will naturally fill in itself. I don't know. Could be an idea. Could be an idea. They're probably talking about the expansion.
What to expect when these two teams hit the ice, other than that it's going to be a good one. This is a huge game tonight.
And these are the games where you need your stars to shine.
Okay, what are they talking about?
It's interesting, Claire. You look at these two teams; they're going in opposite directions right now.
And ladies, when you look at the 5 previous meetings, does anything stand out as having an advantage for one of the teams?
It's interesting, Claire. You look at these two teams; they're going in opposite directions right now. The Ottawa Charge looking for their 4th straight win. Meanwhile, Minnesota.
Everybody here is
games, but Becky, you can almost throw that out the window because when these two teams play each other, it's so unpredictable.
The only thing that is predictable about it is that it is so unpredictable. They've had 1-0 games, so super low scoring, and then they've had 8-3 and 5-0, so completely opposite ends of the spectrum. So you don't know what to expect.
I completely forgot about this part, but everybody is rooting for So if Minnesota loses, Boston clinches. So that's why everybody's rooting for Ottawa.
Hit the ice. Other than that, it's going to be a good one. This is a huge game tonight.
And this is you had the 8-3 oh, you had the 5-2. Look at that away stretch, what? Then you had the 8-3, you know? So you had the 5-0. So anything can happen tonight.
Your stars to shine. Look no further than Michaela Cava. Her playoff performance last year. She has 2 goals in the last 3 meetings against Ottawa. Is Michaela Cava, our Woody Creek Distillers player to watch, proud founding partner of the PWHL.
She was absolutely huge for this team in playoffs last year with 8 points. She only had 8 points in the regular season. She was big for the team with the Toronto Six when she was in the PHF as well in their Isabel Cup Championship. So the one thing you know about her is she loves the big moment, and they don't get any bigger than tonight. For the Charge, Teresa Vanishova.
Not many changes for head coach Ken Klee here. Heisey, Cam, McCoy, and Schofield will remain as that top unit, and Nicole Hensley will get the start for the Ottawa Charge as well. For head coach Carl McLeod, not making any changes after that thrilling win on the weekend, courtesy of Ashton Bell with the game winner, a shootout goal.
This map right here shows all parts of the ocean floors that we have mapped out.
All right. Ottawa and Boston will clinch a playoff berth if Minnesota does not win in regulation tonight against Ottawa. An Ottawa loss would secure Toronto a top 2 seed in the standings and home ice advantage in the playoff semifinals. So Ottawa just needs to win tonight. And then that's playoffs, and who knows what else would happen. This is a must-win game for both teams now. It's just we just got started. It's time. So yeah, must win. All right, we could turn it down. Yeah, that should be good. -5. It's a hockey night in Pittsburgh. I'm actually really upset that we got rid of the Penguins fired the head coach.
for the team again.
Puck drop and away we go.
But here we go.
Patience on the line for Ottawa. It's simple.
Must-win game.
They are into the postseason even with a chance.
And touchdown place.
Second and earning home.
Okay, I know I've harped on this, but again, TD Place is the same color as Minnesota. It's got to be red, man. It's got to be. Right? It's got to be red, right? You got to color coordinate these things. Cuz like yeah, we are in Ottawa. And I know we're in Ottawa just by the scoreboard, but I look at TD Place and I'm like, Minnesota, you know?
January was found the score sheet as of late. One of the most productive players for the Charge. The second
And then it could be a player,
The Charge had a lot of
right? It could be a player, and you know, if you're new or you're not following closely, it's like what team is she on? If you're just gonna be purple, you know? I don't know. You just gotta clarify that. Yeah. I don't know.
see that already.
One of the hottest starts to the season for the Frost. A goal in 3 consecutive games for Petrie since joining the PWHL. Up ahead, Lorock will go after it.
I mean, think it happened here.
Down low. Working alongside Katarina Mrazova. Meister here tonight to the blue line for Lorock. Takes the look. Her shot blocked in front. Down low, Mrazova. Great to have her back in the Charge lineup. 13 games and then was in the lineup for the Czech national team. The second most time on ice for a forward in that tournament. She's relied upon a lot. When she's healthy and ready to go, look to her to be a difference maker.
And a massive addition to this team. She's just so smart. And, you know, one of the lines that I'm most excited to watch is her now with Sardakny to see if she can get her going as well. And
Sardakny.
you need to have your stick down and you need to be ready because you know that she's going to hit you. Here's Dominic Petrie with her first opportunity as she cuts in, gets that puck in the middle of the ice. Phillips with a bit of a poke check to help interrupt that play, but Ken Klee said that's exactly what he wants out of his forwards, is that willingness to cut inside.
Petrie, a proven difference maker in big high stakes moments. Game tie and game winning goal in quadruple overtime for her Clarkson team to punch their ticket to the Frozen Four. So she look to turn to that goal scoring ability in this must win game for the Frost.
Well, that's what it's about when you get into some of these games, is who's going to step up, because it can't always be that top line. You know that you're keying in on each other's top players, top lines.
To be honest with you,
So quite often it's got to be further
I
One of the
I would kind of enjoy the chaos of Minnesota winning
Zumwinkle, quiet as of late. You find
in
some
regulation.
here. She's been a proven power play
I would enjoy that chaos.
shorthand goals in her career as well. Zumwinkle on the far side, trying to get by Zoe Boyd, returns to the lineup after serving a one-game suspension. Zumwinkle in front, panic,
Oh.
chance. A great stick by Ronya Savalainen. Zumwinkle pushed off the puck. Venisheva gains control for Ottawa. Tries her centering pass, disrupted. McQuigg in front, now out wide. It's Panic. Takes a look in front. Zumwinkle looks to get the shot off.
Panic was in the middle of the ice. I think she had that shot and she didn't take it.
Last goal for Grace Zumwinkle came on the power play. Game against New York. They lost to earlier this week on Sunday, and 17 shots on net in that first period. Schroeder had a great game, but finding a way. And Lee knows that that really is the message here. You gotta find a way here in this game.
Okay, Google.
You get a big game, you got to hit
Chaos.
as well. And I found out of those 17 shots, they were missing their spots sometimes and putting it right into the goaltender's stomach. So you got that corner, you got to hit it.
For some better high danger scoring chances tonight for the Frost. On the far side, Himlarova pulls it back, blocked in front by Markowski. Jincy Rose in the board battle, trying to outwork Shepers. Starts in front, she'll go back after it. Markowski tracks her in front. A great stick by Gabby Hughes, the Minnesota native. Up against Kava. drops it off. Now with some room, Lee Steckline for Thompson. Remaining D partners here tonight. So Ottawa's won 3 of the 5 meetings this season. They're the only 2 teams who have yet to go to overtime against one another.
Well, it's funny the difference, right, in terms of the differential in the score when these 2 teams have played. Now, one of the best opportunities so far of the game, we talked about Grace Zumwinkle. It's that quick cut back as she gains some separation, hits Kelly Panic in the slot. So you know when you have her along the wall, she's big and she's strong. She's tough to play, but she's also got some really good edges, so she finds that pass.
Great shot to round out Zumwinkle's game, to look to use that here tonight. Jakes with a shot from the blue line off the back of Cava, so Ottawa's able to gain control. Jakes trying to cut this ice in half. Razvat gains control, a chance for Ottawa. Razvat pulls it back. Hensley makes the stop. Katarina Razvat, early chance for the Ottawa Charge.
And that's the deception that this team was missing when they did not have her in the lineup, and the ability to just find the middle of the ice. Nice little tuck in, pull, change the angle of the shot, and get that puck through. Just a creative and fun player to watch, and you know, like you talked about her at the World Championships, playing with Czechia and what she meant to that team as well.
Deceptive, strong, a leader in the room. Razova would love to play in the postseason as the Ottawa Charge looking to do something they were not able to do last year, punch their own ticket to the playoffs. They needed just 1 win in their final 3 games last year, and they couldn't get it done. Minnesota went 0 for 5 after the international break. They only got in because Ottawa lost that final game against Toronto. Petrie tying up Serdachny down low. Razova looking for the loose puck, but Sophie Jakes gains a hold of it. On the far side, Jakes trying to chip and chase, have a line in there. Looking for Serdachny on the far side. Shishma tied up along the boards. Mae Batherson weighs her option. She'll go for the shot, deflected in front and into the near corner. Bookbinder down low for Zumwinkle. Hard player to push off the puck for Zumwinkle. She gets the pass to Batherson. Her shot in front, deflected as Savalainen. Another great feed to the boards.
Well, an area that Ottawa has struggled at times in the year, and you can see it already, is getting out of their own zone. So that's an unfortunate stick in the way, but getting out of their own zone cleanly so they can generate that speed through the neutral zone.
7 wins, just 3 losses in the last 10 games. Here comes her shot, blocked in front. Out in front, the loose puck, going after it, Leslie. Jinsey Rose tees one up off the boards. Barkins a hold of it. Trickles into the far corner for Vasco. The shorthanded game-winning goal last time these 2 teams saw each other in a very familiar manner that happened with Ashton Bell on the weekend. Vasco had a 2-goal performance in that 3-2 win for the Ottawa Charge.
Well, pretty impressive that they've had that pair of shorthanded jailbreak goals as game winners late in games, and you look at the turnaround in Ottawa's season, and it's come to some of those big goals that they've been able to generate.
Well, and it's the regulation wins that are really going to help this team when you look at the tiebreakers with these playoff implications.
Is there Denver NHL?
Picking up where she left off on the weekend. Here she comes through center. Ashton Bell tries to make the pass out in front for Jenner, gets tripped up.
I don't think so. No, you got it had the Avalanche.
Ashton Bell without her stick. She'll get back.
Colorado Avalanche. Never mind.
Can't get much further. Docked in front by D'Arcangelo. Circs her back check. Cava now a chance the other way. Cava can't get by in front of LaRock. A 2-on-1 there for Minnesota. Heisey looking to build off of the momentum. Jakes cuts in front to the forehand.
Whoa.
Stop by Phillips.
Good stop.
Minnesota creating something there in the offensive zone as Gwyneth Phillips sets it again here early in the first. Now D'Arcangelo. She's been hot as of late. Cheyenne D'Arcangelo's shot. Blocker saved by Hensley. Well, you think these 2 teams, Becky, good off the rush, good with using their speed, leading some chances in the first. McMahon's going to go first skate. Another Minnesota local gets the shot on net.
No.
Couple chances at each.
The profile picture looked
Score still tied.
familiar.
12:45 remaining in the first period. Both teams getting good looks in a must-win game.
Bam, 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 bam. To be quite honest with you, I don't understand the Minnesota hate. To be honest with you, there's one Minnesota fan in here. I don't know. And I don't understand the hate. It might be because they won last year, but yeah, I'm not sure. But everybody's rooting for Ottawa. Nobody wanted Ottawa to win until today. Everybody has been against Ottawa. No, Ottawa's not gonna win. No, Ottawa, never. I know I don't want Ottawa, but now everybody is picking Ottawa to win. I was here first. I'm just saying. I would enjoy the chaos of a Minnesota win. I want Ottawa to do well and I want Ottawa to make it, but I want Minnesota to win. It has to be regulation though. Where's my mouse?
Ashton Bell with 13 seconds left, scoring a jailbreak goal, and then a little later that night, the Ottawa Senators defenseman Jake Sanderson scored in overtime. Two crucial.
Right.
There was a commonality because look at that play. That was Ashton Bell. In Ottawa, we're in action this weekend, and there was a commonality because look at that play. That was Ashton Bell with 13 seconds left, scoring a jailbreak goal, and then a little later that night, the Ottawa Senators defenseman Jake Sanderson scored in overtime. Two crucial.
Yeah, there's definitely a.
Of course, the Ottawa Senators still face elimination, and for the Ottawa Charge, 1 point, and they clinch a spot in the playoffs. And there is Drake Batherson, a member of the Ottawa Senators. Of course, he'll be in action tomorrow night against the Maple Leafs.
Awesome. What are the chances, Claire and Becky? I mean, the same game, two huge game-winning goals from defenders here playing pro hockey in the Ottawa region. But
And another thing, I don't understand the Golden Knights. The hate for them. You know, they don't seem like a toxic fan base. You know? I don't understand the hate for these teams. Oh well.
the appetite in
Gets Mrazova on that line, and we've talked about Mrazova with the puck, but you start to watch her away from the puck too, and her ability to get open and make her line mates look good.
Zoe Boyd back in the lineup here for the Charge after serving a one-game suspension for an illegal check to the head. Alina Mueller is now sidelined for the Fleet with an injury. Shot on net to great look.
Come on, Minnesota.
Well, there's a huge area, and an area that Ottawa's struggled at times this year is winning those draws.
Hughes in front. Clark, another chance here, trying to get by Sophie Jakes. Swatted away by Channel Watkins. Austin Larocque to the corner. Ottawa looking to start their cycle. Channel Watkins trying to pull this puck out. Originally a Toronto draft pick. Now engaging in the board battle.
Especially since all these people want Ottawa to win. I want Minnesota to win just to crush their hearts. You know, like I want Ottawa to win. Don't get me wrong.
Well, and I don't blame him again.
But I just, you know,
The front when you've had some success there before.
I'm not ride or die for any of these teams.
Win they had here against Minnesota. Minnesota's goaltending struggled at times, so why not challenge them right away?
Picked up time. Para Himlarova on the outside for the front. She'll send it on net. Phillips grabs the rebound. Nothing in sight for Liz Sheppers.
Liz Sheppers was driving hard too, so you gotta love that you're sniffing out that rebound like a dog on a bone.
Anyway,
Phillips has to be
I want chaos.
make sure that she finds this rebound and smothers it right away as that pressure's coming in. I think Sheppers took Larocque by a surprise as she came in.
I want chaos, chat. That's all I can say.
Box her out.
Phillips has seen the frost in 4 of the 5 meetings this season. Off the face-off, Himlarova heading up front. She'll start the back check. Back Leslie trying to chip it by. Playing in her 50th career game in the PWHL. Batherson ahead off the skates of Leslie to center for him, Larova.
No, I have a question.
As Katie Knoll chasing, she'll go deep.
We're gonna go Pittsburgh Sports Night.
The near boards looking for Victoria Bach, who also came over in a trade. And you look at some of those impact trades that have happened for general manager Mike Hirschfeld, and they are coming in clutch here lately. Shishova can't get by. Phillips poke checks it away.
Good body position. Shishiva's got some really nice hands in tight.
Dark Angelo, her hands have been on display as of late in front. Taylor, the defender taken down, draws the penalty. The Ottawa Charge are going to go to the power play.
Oh,
Big opportunity for the
Royal Tiger power play. Ooh,
power play in the first
look how
when we return.
it's honestly a lot more crisper on the TV. This is the DirecTV app. I do not have cable. Royal Tiger, Royal Tiger paper towel power play. That's still hard to say, but you know.
This is a call to empower,
Anyway,
to unite, and to celebrate.
yes, it's on TV. There hasn't been a game under a paywall. Like the WNBA has. The WNBA has a lot of paywall games, and I don't mess with that. I know that the NBA has a playoff has a playoff game with pay to watch, but you know. So you might be like, well, only 3,000 people are watching it. Yeah, but it's also on TV, right? So a lot more people will probably watch it on TV, especially in Canada, because that's like the only place you can watch it. You have to call that. So, I mean, there's a lot of people in the stands. You know, it's a filled out stadium. I don't know about the upper bowl, but at least like, you know, lower bowl's still there. They're in the EA NHL game. So they're a lot bigger than the 3,000 people currently watching on YouTube. Don't let that fool you. And again, with this, yes, this should be purple. This should be blue, red. This should be red. Leave this as is. This should be red. Come on now. That's just that little detail could change a lot, really. And for those wondering, there is about a 30-second, 20 to 30-second, I think it's 20-second delay. YouTube is quicker by 20 seconds than on my phone on the DirecTV app. But it's just much easier to watch it on YouTube, and you know, you have these communities. I wonder. All right, AI overview. Whatever. The league's opening game was viewed by 3 million people in Canada on CBC, Sportsnet, and TSN. I mean, you know what I mean? 3 million people watched it. So it is so much better than just the 3,000 people watching it. I looked up PWHL TV ratings. I want current. $17,000 people, fans at a game. You know, they're averaging more than 7,000 fans a game. Um, you know what? You know what I mean? Yeah, honestly, the TV is a much better viewing experience. Better graphics. You just have to trust me on that. You gotta take my word for that. But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with. And the thing is, that's only Canada. That 3 million. That's only Canada. I would like to see. I'd like to see the current TV ratings, but oh well. Another thing with the PWHL is like, yeah, they have makeup on, but they don't like with the WNBA where they're all look at what Sabrina Carpenter that's look what she wore to the game before she went out to play. That's not a basketball player. She's the first girl. She's the first female that came to mind. look at how Asia Wilson wore to the game. Look at how stylish they are, right? But you know, with the PWHL, it's just hockey, and I appreciate that really because we're here to play hockey. You know, we're not here to look pretty. You know, now playing with earrings on or any sort of piercings, that's crazy. But I wouldn't do that. I mean, I play with glasses on, but I don't know. Who remembers the Bikini Football League? I don't know if that's what it was called, but you know what I mean? The X League. Extreme Football League. Chat. Chat. I know what women's sport we're watching next. Oh god. Is no. Chat, these are women. We need to respect them as such. Oh, okay. These uniforms aren't bad. Boo! 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 No, I'm playing. Alright, there's a. I do kind of enjoy doing this series of watching women's sports. I mean, there's only so much I can do. You know, I mean, women's baseball is just softball. And I don't feel like watching softball. You know what I mean? So I guess football is the only. Yes. They have a. Wait, did it just end? April 4th. Chat. April 4th of next year. Every Saturday. Oh. Western Conference play, Eastern Conference play. What? Well, we're okay. All right. This is what we're. Hey, next year we're doing this. April of next year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm saying a reminder for myself so I remember. Yeah, man. It'll also give me a break, you know. I can check in with the or with the WNBA and whatnot. Another thing that the PWHL saves money, I would think, by using, like, they're not building any stadiums, you know, and like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that it is like under the NHL wing because, you know, they're going to be in. Are they already in the game? They might already be in the game. They're in the game. You know, they're in the NHL game. They're in. There's a lot of a lot of them are using NHL arenas, you know? So, you know, I would assume that's how they're like also being able to afford this. I'm pretty right, or they use minor league NHL arenas. I don't know. Which that also might be why they don't play in non-hockey um cities. Right. If you look at the Takeover tour, they they all play. It was like Detroit, Denver, which you have the Colorado Avalanche. So good save. What was I even talking about? Forget. Yeah, chat. X League. $339, 2 hours and 15 minutes. Contact. Uh-oh. Chat. The buttons don't work. The buttons don't work. Chat. The buttons don't work. Schedule. Schedule works. Teams? Teams doesn't work. News. About. Oh no. You have this one and you have the schedule. Do you even have tickets? The ticket one doesn't even work. Oh. Never mind. I don't know. Teams. Dallas Desire. Denver Rush. Los Angeles Black Storm. Seattle Thunder. Dallas Desire. And Denver Rush I mess with. Seattle Thunder I'd also mess with if it wasn't for Los Angeles Black Storm. Los Angeles, yeah, that one's gotta go, but and then in the Eastern Conference you have the Atlanta Empire. Chicago Blitz. I'm sorry, I was in the way. My fault. Dallas Sound? No. Uh-oh. So you have the Dallas Sound? Nah. What? You have the Dallas Desire up here, which sounds so... What a name. Denver Rush. Okay. I don't like this one. Seattle Thunder I could get behind. This one I cannot. But then you have Dallas Sound? Nah, the Dallas Sound cannot. That's not marketable. But in the Eastern Conference, you have the Atlanta Empire, Chicago Blitz, Miami Taquitas? Is that how you... And then the New England Defenders. So it looks like they play in May. And then they play through June and July. Through June, through August. Not what? That makes zero sense, no? So you have one game a week. Which, I mean, okay, fine. But why? Because the Western Conference isn't playing for a month. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, like, the Blitz, Chicago Blitz, they win the conference. You know, they have a bye. You know, but they're still like warmed up, ready to go. And the Western Conference is gonna have. They're gonna be so rusty. Well, we'll just have to wait a year and find out. The Seattle Rave. In the game, baby. Yeah. You'll be mine again, baby. Oh, oh my God. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on the Uganda soft ground wrestling. Oh my goodness, dude. What? Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started on Martin Porno. Don't even get me. SGW Wrestling Uganda. You don't need this. Now I don't know where you. There's no way that's true. Is this AI or not? Is this AI or am I or am I or does Cody Rhodes actually know about stuff? A comment section. I he knows about it. As a Uganda, uh, buys for. You could definitely tell they're from Uganda. Cody Rhodes buys for SGW ring. The thing is, they don't use a ring. Look at what they use. Oh yeah, Joe Weller, the only white guy. Oh no, what? So sometimes they use a ring, but most of the time they don't use a ring. It is literally a mud pit and 4 sticks into the ground. I'm To be quite honest with you, I'm not quite sure. Um, did they have a website? Surely, right? I want you to be mine again, baby. Yeah. I need a place where I could watch the entire thing. Because right now it's just you tell me what you know about rolling down in the deep. Well, no, I'm not gonna watch the entire match. They got a good sized crowd. I mean, it is. They actually added padding. I don't think that was there before. No, this isn't. There's some clips that I have to find where it's. Oh. Yeah, man. The thing is, though, that they all look the same. I'm not being racist. I mean, they actually all have the same haircut. You know, there's like one big guy, but other than that, it's kind of all the same. You know, I'm not paying too close attention to it, but it is something that I have been keeping an eye on. I mean, yeah, you have Joe Weller. Um, but what do you know about Martin Porno? Google that one, boys. Anyway, yeah, this is something. What you know about Uganda soft ground wrestling, bro? Come on, come on now. What you know about rolling down in the deep in the man? I mean, it's good stuff. I mean, it's mud wrestling. I am indeed quite happy. Oh, why do I have to make this about? Anyway. What you know about rolling down in the deep? McMahon, like Vince McMahon. Look. What's kazoo? Oh, needed that. Couldn't quite get it. They need a goal. Tell me what you know about rolling down in the deep when the brain gets numb and the man.
Reason I'm talking too much. Put that.
Oh fuck the. What the what the fuck does this even mean? Okay, so if we scroll up, somebody said, I can't believe the one game I miss. Can't believe the one game I miss is the first game for a trans person. Politics. I have my opinions, you can have. What the may not be trans on a binary scale, but trans nonetheless. Well, what does that even mean? I don't even understand what that. I can't even begin to comprehend what that means. I'm just gonna go back to watching hockey, man. What does that even mean? That song is stuck in my head. Almost. Relatively almost. Oh. She put her pad there in the way of the path of the puck. I mean, it wasn't the most insane. It wasn't the most insane save. That one, okay. That one was going over. You know, and it's just like, you know, it's not the most insane save. But you gotta put him over. I understand. Zomwinkle. Ottawa's in charge right now. Oh. And now they're getting a little chippy. Again, this is a must-win game for both of them. I'm also playing blackjack on the side. Okay, I guess because I don't have much choice. Oh, too much traffic. Oh. Oh no. I don't have anything. Fuck. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Is schedule one still popular, or did I miss the boat? What the pause? Nah, still massive. Still massive. I mean, this guy has all the viewers, but. We'll play it tomorrow or Friday. Oh. Anytime. That's what I would have said. That's how I would have ended that sentence. But okay, what do I know? And I have a shape. Oh. Oh. You know, Minnesota has been putting on pressure. A lot more pressure than what Ottawa can do. What the fuck is St. Jean Day? What is St. Jean Day? Okay, so we all know the baby face of the league is fucking Montreal. For some reason, Montreal is the team that they picked to just, it's just we're gonna pick them. There was a thing. I'm talking about kazoos for whatever. Yeah. Expansion draft mid-June, then entry draft. No, then entry draft on St. Jean Day. I looked up what St. Jean Day is. It's a Quebec, Canada. A national holiday in Quebec, Canada is celebrated on June 24th. It honors the feast day of St. John the Baptist and has evolved into a celebration of Quebec's francophone culture and history. So if it is true, if it is on St. Jean Day, right? It is Montreal, Quebec, right? Yeah. So I just hate how if it is on St. Jean Day, which I'm just gonna believe this guy, because like, why not? Either it's an entire coincidence, but I cannot buy that as a coincidence. Who's pitching tonight? But it's just, can we not? I hope Montreal doesn't win for another 5 years. They're gonna push Montreal, and this is definitely a league ran by Canadians. Definitely, you could tell. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but you could tell that's where their fan base is and everything. But they definitely have their favorites. Right? You don't hear much about New York now, like, I mean, like, whenever, like, New York plays, they hear it. You hear about it. Now, go to the standings. They're not a good team, but like, you would assume a big market team like New York would also get the push. Not really. Oh. Damn. It didn't even look like she shot right there. Come on, Minnesota. I want chaos. Oh. Oh man. They need to win in regulation. Fuck. Where am I at on the frame? Golly. Charge! Yeah, you don't think I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention, I tell you. What you mean by that? What's a Gordie Howe hat trick? Player scoring a goal, an assist, and a fight. I need to do something with this 8. I need to do something with this 8. I'm about to win, chat. I won. You can't have names that are similar to each other. Like the X has Thunder and Blackstorm, which is something a middle schooler would name his favorite superhero. Or that would be the name of the superhero he created. I wish the loop was longer. One thing I'm gonna what's going on in here? I wish the like ad break loop was longer, or they change it up, because by God, it's starting to get annoying, I shall say. Oof. Now, what's probably gonna happen? I won't be surprised. It's gonna be like what the NHL did, with Utah. Um, right. It's just Utah. It's the Utah Hockey Club. Now it's probably gonna, and like last year they didn't have names or anything, so it's just PWHL Minnesota, PWHL Ottawa. So they're probably just gonna do PWHL Seattle and Vancouver. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Because it is kind of last minute, and then like you need to do the whole branding and merch and like a contest, vote. It's a whole year long, not necessarily year long, but it's a long process, right? Like with Utah, everybody's hating on Utah because it's generic, but it has to be generic because it doesn't have any sort of branding or anything, because they can't decide on a name. They're doing like a whole like contest for it, and then it's just like, well, the winner of the contest uh isn't is actually trademarked by this other company. It has nothing to do with hockey. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things, man. Don't be surprised if that's the case. Problematic low. I thought she hit the floor. Try to get low. Jeans, boots with the fur. Low. Hit the floor. Try to this thing you know. Try to get low. Oof. Another penalty. It's gonna be a 3-on-4. Next thing you know. Dark Angelo? I don't know. I can't make fun of names. I would say you can't really control that, but you totally can nowadays. Nothing means anything it used to. This is what it is, man. Four on three. Alright, now we're gonna have a 4-on-4 again for a little bit. Next thing you know. Apple bomb, jean boots with the fur, the fur. The whole club was looking at her, at her. Next thing you know, Shady got low. The songs are really contagious to me. I'm very vulnerable right now. What? Did the men's hockey have like the whole team? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, did we save? Oh, ah, Minnesota just can't get the puck in the net. They've been in control of the puck. They've had shots on goal. They've had great chances, and they just can't score. For like most of the period, it's been Minnesota, and Minnesota just can't score. Never mind. Give me chaos. Oh my god. Why do these suck? 2-0, and I am welcomed with trans flags. How welcoming. How inclusive. You're really showing the the opposition with those flags. Really sticking it to them. Good for you. Good for you and your good for you guys. You know, you and your. God damn it! I can't even look at fucking rainbows anymore. Oh, he hates transgender people. No, I hate people shoving it down my throats. Oh. What was the? Ugh. God damn it! I was using that one, bastard. Fuck you. Wow. Oof. A whiff and a miss. Oof. They need a goal. Both teams need a goal. Minnesota to put it away. Ottawa to try to get back in it. Now, as we see, the score is absolutely wonderful. I love chaos. This makes it more interesting. Ottawa is having early Ottawa issues. If you remember earlier in the year, you know, they were in their zone pretty much the entire time. And like they'd get possession of the puck and then they'd fail. Like this, they clear it, and then, you know, it's another solid minute in the zone. So yeah. They can't get going. They can't get out and they can't stay out. Like we're out right now and then up turnover and it's just, you know? Oh boy. So it's a suck for our Ottawa. It's just what it is, man. Fuck. It used to be Milwaukee. It used to be D-Wall, but now it's just Milwaukee. That's from what I noticed. Is Ottawa the team that had a massive collapse at the very end of the game? I think it might have been, you know? It was one of these two teams where I think it was like Toronto or something. Let me go to schedule. Fuck! God damn it. Are we good? Can I do the thing I wanted to do? It was semi-recent. Yeah. It was New York. Oh dear. Oh. Why can't I look back at the Yeah. Who you guys remember this game? Yeah. Whew. I bring this up because of this. You know, if you get rid of this one game, 21 goals for and then only 36. That's really skewing the numbers this game. Yeah, but it's not looking good for Ottawa, to be honest with you. 2-0 still, not time's ticking. Oh, yeah, this game was actually crazy. Dean Ambrose, my favorite wrestler.
I've just started a small business, having an absolutely coffee time organizing my workflow. My space gets so messy. You have advice on how to streamline production and organization? I'm not sure how much advice I have, but I have commiseration, and I'll tell you my story. I go back and forth in this shop between cleaning at the end of the day and cleaning at the beginning of the day. And there's lots of reasons I may clean and not clean at the end of the day. It might be that I work right up until it's time for me to go out to dinner or to go do something. That's very common. You know,
I would honestly like a Minnesota comeback. You know what I mean? Down, they were up, right? And then they just fell. And they fell and they fell through the standings. And that should have been interference, to be honest. Or was that? No, that was a Minnesota player. See, if I wasn't going 12, 1, 2. I would love to go through this. This game means nothing. These two games mean everything. But Minnesota was always there, right? Till like the the midst of March. They were second. They were right here with Montreal. Right here. Right, and then they fell all the way to here. I like them to climb up and somehow win the championship again. What happened? What was you know? I didn't look at this before, but two teams. Actually, the two teams that were in the finals were both under 500. Toronto was the team last year. Montreal, but these two teams did what they had to do, then they face each other, and then it could happen. It could happen again. But yeah, man. These two games means everything. This game doesn't mean anything. Really, like who cares? But these two games means everything. I don't know if you'd say it might be harder this year because all teams are above 500. Oh. What happened there? But yeah, 2 minutes. Here's that. That was actually a drop, but whatever. 500, 500, 500, 500. These are the two best teams in the league this year and last, just by win rate. Boston's right where they were last year. Minnesota, though, just trying to stay in it. And also, wouldn't it work for the tiebreaker also? To get that tiebreaker over Ottawa would be huge too. For that battle of fourth.